Hey guys, I wanted to provide a brief intro to my interview with school board member Lindsey Selby, just to make it clear that the purpose of this interview was to do pretty much what we've been doing for the last almost 2 years now, and I'm having a dialogue with school board members, especially conservative school board members who share some of the same values and concerns that we have with what's happening in the schools. So it is by no means a declaration as to what is or is not happening in the classrooms. However, it's information that I thought would be appreciated by you, to let you know that we continue to receive reports and have a dialogue with conservative-minded school board members, and to let you know that there are school board members that had this concern. They looked into it pretty thoroughly, and their concerns were alleviated by what they found. And finally, just to identify someone on the board like Lindsey, who is there as a resource for you should you have concerns or questions about Lower Township Elementary School District. So with that, here's my interview with Lindsey. Hey everyone, I'm here today with Lindsey Selby, who is a board member on the Lower Township Elementary School Board. Lindsey, welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you are a relatively new member, right? Was it 2 years ago when you joined the board?
This is actually my first year.
Your first full year?
Well, this is my first full year, yep.
Okay. And what led you to running for school board?
My reason for running for school board was really to help the community. I had kind of looked over the board and I saw that a lot of people have been there for a while, and I kind of knew at that point that with my children being in the school district now that I wanted to have some new, fresh ideas, and I really wanted to listen to what the community was asking and saying. And now being a parent to students in that district, I knew that my voice needed to be heard as well as everyone else. Very
good. Any I guess priorities that you have while you're on the board?
So some priorities that I would say that I'm really focusing on is just really making a unit. As council had kind of spoke tonight, I think that's what's kind of missed is a lot of people have ideas, but when you don't work together, you can't accomplish anything. So having a unit of a board together and knowing that we all have the same vision is really helpful, and I feel like we're getting a lot accomplished now because we're not fighting. It's more of a collaboration, and we're listening to each other and listening. The board members' voices are being heard now.
Okay. The school boards really in the last couple of years have come to the forefront with the public, and I guess more paying attention to what's going on at school board meetings and with the children's education, whether that has anything to do with COVID and kids being home. And parents really, they couldn't avoid it at that point. And seeing what their kids are being taught, whatever the cause was, the public is really, I guess, focused on school boards recently. And one of those issues, I guess two of those issues that I know have been at the forefront of that has been CRT and the health and PE standards here in New Jersey. You're familiar with both of those, right?
Yes.
I think it was last year there was quite a bit of uproar in Lower Township about potential CRT or the health and PE standards in elementary schools. As a school board member, do you have oversight of the curriculum?
Yes. So I took it upon myself, actually. There was a training that was actually presented to all board members. The New Jersey Board of Education gave us the training, and it was about the standards. It was about how they were designed, how they were written, and how they can be implemented. So it was very helpful to get that extra information so that we could be informed when we were speaking to curriculum administration, and knowing that a lot of things were very misconstrued during the way that the standards were written. So we, personally, myself and a couple of other board members that went, we were able to understand the standards, and knowing that the way that they were written, they were very uncomfortable for a lot of people, and that that's not what we had to do. And administration and board members were very much on the same page that we are going to implement this age appropriately, developmentally appropriately, and to the point where we're so transparent from the curriculum was given to the parents during a board meeting, back to school night, and can be given to parents if they at any request, to the language that they're going to be, the students are going to have heard, to each standard is individualized by their ages. And then another safeguard we put in was a permission slip for parents to be able to opt in or opt out if they choose to, and they do not feel comfortable in any way.
And you kind of touched on my next question is the degree. So I know when the curriculum is pretty general, and what it lists the curriculum number, and I think that essentially the description is the goal.
Yep.
And that's for the most part, it's usually pretty general.
Yes.
But you as a school board, I guess individually, and as a school board at the Lower Township, you guys go beyond that to informing parents?
Yeah, so we were to the point of, like, if it was talking about a specific topic, we gave them the exact lesson, the exact materials that were going to be implemented. We were just they played it all out for each parent to be able to see. I couldn't have been more proud as a parent to be able to understand the curriculum, the way that they instructed it, the way that the teachers and the curriculum department had discussed it during back to school night and the board meeting. It was so thorough, and I was very proud of them for that.
Has there been any discussion by the board about posting that information on the website?
I believe they're going to. They were just waiting for all of the parents to have all of the request permission slips to be handed in to see where we were meeting, what the needs were that we were meeting.
Okay.
I think that's what they were kind of waiting on.
So being a parent of a child going through the district and being a conservative, you don't have any concern about the age appropriateness of the material that's being presented in our schools? No.
I believe that everything that was given to me during the New Jersey Board of Ed, and then as well as the training, as well as what we all came together as a unit, it's not much different than what we all had learned when I went to school, and as many other people. It's not even close to being it was very scary and alarming. I will assure a lot of parents. I was in an uproar as well. But now that I think we've taken a step back and we analyzed what control we actually have, and how we can still meet the needs and the goals and the standards, I think everyone kind of calmed down a little bit, and we realized we can still meet the standard and not have to put in certain things that were being addressed.
Good. Do you have anything that you could say to a parent that might still be concerned or skeptical about what's being taught to their child in the classroom?
I definitely, and this is why I kind of joined the school board, is because I want to be the voice. I think that a lot of times people don't come to the board meetings, and they don't come to the school board members, and they don't say, like, what's going on. I think that we're accessible. I want to be accessible to people, because the knowledge that I have, I want to pass on to everyone. I know it's a lot of information, so it becomes overwhelming. But coming to board meetings and coming to me, and as well as many of my other board members, I want to hear the problems that you're still facing, that you're unsure of. Maybe you didn't clearly hear it, and that's what I really would love for people to do, is to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any kind of questions that they might have.
Great, very good. Thanks. I think this is going to be helpful to people that see this, and it's further assurance having someone like you on the board that has a young child and is there to place eyes on things, to be a voice for some of the parents that might be concerned. So that's great. Lindsey, I appreciate you sitting down with me and sharing this information. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you for listening, and look forward to seeing you guys at board meetings.
Thank you.